School of Management Studies IGNOU presents an audiobook on the course MMPC 008 Information Systems for Managers for MBA program. Block 3 System Analysis and Computer Languages. Unit 11 Computer Programming and Languages. Part 2.
Overview and features of Java. Java is a high-level, general-purpose, object-oriented language originally developed by Sun Microsystems of USA in 1991. It was released in 1995 as a core component of Sun Microsystems' Java platform. Sun Microsystems was acquired by Oracle in 2010. As of October 2021, Java 17 is the latest version. The most striking feature of the language is that it is platform-neutral language. It is intended to let programmers write once, run anywhere, WORA, meaning that compiled Java code can run on all platforms that support Java without the need for recompilation. Java is the first programming language that is not tied to any particular hardware or operating system. As such, programs developed in Java can be executed anywhere on any system. More than 1 billion computers and at least 3 billion mobile phones use Java for application development. Java has become a popular and useful programming language because of its excellent features. The important features of Java is simple and familiar, compiled and interpreted, platform-independent, portable and architectural neutral, object-oriented, secure and robust, distributed, multi-threaded and interactive, high-performance, dynamic and extensible. Programs written in Java are simple and easy to understand. It has a base of familiar and pre-existing languages like C and C++ and removes the drawbacks and complexities of C, C++. Usually, computer language is either compiled or interpreted. Java combines both these approaches, thus making Java a two-stage system. Java compiler translates source code into what is known as bytecode instruction. Bytecodes are not machine instructions and therefore Java Virtual Machine JVM then executes this bytecode, which is executable on many operating systems and is portable. JVM works as the interpreted generating machine code that can be directly executed by the machine that is running Java program. The most significant feature of Java is that it provides platform independence, which leads to a facility of portability. Being platform independent means a program compiled on one machine can be executed on any machine in the world without any change. Java achieves platform independence by using the concept of the bytecode. This is where the write once, run anywhere, WORA slogan for Java comes in. Java is a true object-oriented language. Almost everything in Java is an object. All program code and data reside within objects and classes. You cannot develop an executable program in Java without making use of the class. This indicates that Java very strictly applies the principle of encapsulation, which is one of the prime features in Object-Oriented Programming OOP. Security is an important issue for any programming language as there is a threat of malicious activities and viruses. Java supports facilities to check memory access and also ensures that no viruses enter into the code. It also has a bytecode verifier that checks the code fragments for any illegal code that violates the access right. Java is robust as it is capable of handling runtime errors, supports other features, and has a strong memory management system. It helps in eliminating errors as it checks the code during both compile and runtime. Java is a garbage collected language as JVM automatically deallocates the memory blocks and programmers do not have to worry about deleting the memory manually as in other languages. Java also provides the concept of exception handling, which identifies runtime errors and eliminates them. Java is designed as a distributed language for creating applications on networks. It has the ability to share both data and programs. Java applications can open and access remote objects on internet as easily as they can do in a local system. This enables multiple programmers at multiple locations to collaborate and work together on a single project. It encourages users to create distributed applications. You can split a program into many parts and store these parts on different computers. A Java programmer sitting on a machine can access another program running on the other machine. This feature in Java gives the advantage of distributed programming, which is very helpful when we develop large projects. A thread is an independent path of execution within a program, executing concurrently. Multi-threaded means handling multiple tasks simultaneously. Java supports multi-threaded programs. This means that we need not wait for the application to finish one task before beginning another. Example, we can listen to an audio clip while scrolling a page and at the same time download an applet from a distant computer. The performance of Java is impressive for an interpreted language because of its intermediate bytecode. Java provides high performance with the use of JIT, just-in-time compiler, in which the compiler compiles the code on demand basis, that is, it compiles only that method which is being called. This saves time and makes it more efficient. Java architecture is also designed in such a way that it reduces overheads during runtime. The inclusion of multi-threading enhances the overall execution speed of Java programs. Bytecodes generated by the Java compiler are highly optimized, so Java Virtual Machine can execute them much faster. Java is dynamic and extensible, means that you can add classes and add new methods to classes, creating new classes through subclasses. Java gives the facility of dynamically linking new class libraries, methods, and objects. It is highly dynamic as it can adapt to its evolving environment. Java environment. Java software for your computer or the Java Runtime Environment JRE is also referred to as the Java Runtime, Java Virtual Machine JVM, Java Add-on, Java Plugin, etc. JRE is a software layer that runs on top of a computer's operating system software and provides the class libraries and other resources that a specific Java program needs to run. It includes a large number of development tools and hundreds of classes and methods. The development tools are part of the Java Development Kit (JDK), and classes and methods are part of Java Standard Library (JSL). Java Standard Library includes hundreds of classes and methods grouped into 6 functional packages. 1. Language Support Package. Collection of classes and methods required for implementing basic features of Java. 2. Utilities Package. A collection of classes to provide utility functions such as time and date. 3. Input-Output Package. A collection of classes required for input-output manipulation. 4. Networking Package. A collection of classes for communicating with other computer via intranet or internet. 5. AWT Package. The Abstract Window Toolkit package contains classes that implements Platform-Independent Graphical User Interface (GUI). 6. Applet Package. This includes a set of classes that allow us to create Java applets. Applets are small Java programs developed for intranet, internet applications. Some of the examples of Java tools are standardout.java, standardaudio.java, standardstats.java, standardrandom.java, in.java, out.java, draw.java, picture.java, which are used for their respective applications. An applet located on a distant computer can be downloaded via internet or intranet and executed on a local computer using a Java-capable browser. Structure of Java program. A typical structure of a Java program contains the following sections. Documentation section. The documentation section is an important section but optional for a Java program. It includes basic information about a Java program. The information includes the author's name, date of creation, etc. Whatever one writes in the documentation section, the Java compiler ignores the statements during the execution of the program. Package statement. The package declaration is optional. It is placed just after the documentation section. In this section, package name in which the class is placed is declared. Import statement. The package contains the many predefined classes and interfaces. If we want to use any class of a particular package, we need to import that class. The import statement represents the class stored in other packages. Import keyword is used to import the class. Interface statement. It is an optional section. You can create an interface in this section if required. Interface keyword is used to create an interface. An interface is slightly different from the class. It contains only constants and method declarations. Class definitions. In this section, you define the class. It is a vital part of a Java program. Without the class, you cannot create any Java program. Class variables and variables. In this section, you define variables and constants that are to be used later in the program. In a Java program, the variables and constants are defined just after the class definition. Main method class. In this section, you define the main method. It is essential for all Java programs because the execution of all Java programs start from the main method. Methods and behaviors. In this section, we define the functionality of the program by using the methods. The methods are the set of instructions that we want to perform. These instructions execute at runtime and perform the specified task. All Java source files will have the extension Java. Also, if a program contains multiple classes, the file name must be the class name of the class containing the main method. Data types in Java. Data types specify the different sizes and values that can be stored in the variable. There are two types of data types in Java. 1. Primitive data types. The primitive data types include boolean, char, byte, short, int, long, float, and double. 2. Non-primitive data types. The non-primitive data types include classes, interfaces, and arrays. Control statements. The if-else statement in Java may be implemented in the following different forms depending on the complexity if condition to be tested. 1. Simple if statement. 2. If-else statement. 3. Nested if-else statement. 4. Else if ladder. Overview and features of Hypertext Markup Language. For website development and to provide information through web, we prepare documents in a markup language known as Hypertext Markup Language (HTML). It was first created in 1989. As of now, in 2021, the latest version is known as HTML5. HTML is used to create pages and make them functional. Hypertext means that the document contains links that allow the reader to jump to other places in the document or to another document altogether. A markup language is a way that computers speak to each other to control how text is processed and presented. To do this, HTML uses two things: tags and attributes. With HTML, we can describe the structure of our web documents, including related information such as the integration of multimedia and use of hyperlinks. It also links Java applets to our website. HTML is actually a subset of an internationally known standard called Standard Generalized Markup Language (SGML). The advantage of HTML is that we can create its document with simple ASCII text editor which is not always true for document based on HTML. HTML defines document so that any browser running on any computer can read a display. The basic HTML commands that are needed to create web pages fall into following categories. Structural command. These identify a file as an HTML document and provide information about the data in the HTML file. Paragraph formatting command. Paragraph formatting command. These specify paragraph endpoints and heading levels. Character formatting command. These allow us to apply various styles to the characters in our documents. List specification command. HTML supports several list formats, including bulleted, numbered, and definition list. Hyperlinking command. These allow us to provide information about moving from one document to another. Asset interaction command. These allow us access to multimedia information. Through these commands, we can display graphical images, access sound, and provide digital movies for users. XML and XHTML. XML, E-Extensible Markup Language, is a markup language designed to store and transport data. It is not designed to display data. XML came into existence in the late 90s. It was created to provide an easy way to use and store self-describing data. XML is not a replacement for HTML. It is platform independent and language independent. The main benefit of XML is that you can use it to take data from a program like Microsoft SQL, convert it into XML, then share that XML with other programs and platforms. You can communicate between two platforms which are generally very difficult. Many corporations use XML interfaces for databases, programming, office application, mobile phones, and more. It is due to its platform-independent feature. With XML, your data can be available to all kinds of reading machines, handheld computers, mobile phones, voice machines, news feeds, etc., and make it more available for blind people or people with other disabilities. XHTML is a markup language which is written in XML. It is a hybrid technology between HTML and XML that combines the functionalities of both to become powerful and efficient. HTML is used for the presentation of the data, while XML is used for carrying the data. It was developed by World Wide Web Consortium, W3C, which is an international organization that sets standard for the World Wide Web, WWW. It was designed to help web developers to make the transition from HTML to XML. It is specifically designed for the net device displays. Overview and features of Excel. Microsoft Excel is a program specially designed to enter organized data as well as to analyze and present the data attractively. Excel is one of the most versatile and popular spreadsheet programs. It serves as an electronic pad for accountants. It easily performs simple as well as complex mathematical operation. Spreadsheet is a simple worksheet consisting of rows and columns in which any data can be entered, example, report cards of student or manual spreadsheet. An electronic spreadsheet, instead of being on papers, it is on the computer screen. Spreadsheets are used for performing calculations, recalculating results if any data stored in them is changed, creating financial reports, comparing reports, etc. A very useful feature of spreadsheet is its ability to create groups. It helps you establish relationship between two or more sets of data and easily understand the trends of data changes. A spreadsheet consists of row and column, which combine to form cells. A cell is a box where we can enter data. Columns form the vertical lines of cell, while rows form the horizontal line of cells. Cell is an intersection of rows and columns. To describe the location or address of a cell, we have to write the names of the column and row whose intersection has created this cell. Formulas which are present within the spreadsheet itself are called functions. We can also put up our own formulae in any cell. A spreadsheet can be designed in a number of formats. Basically, designing is concerned with how a number should look on the screen. The various designing formats are comma, percent, currency, scientific. The data in a cell may be right aligned, left aligned, or centered. Spreadsheets allow us to use different fonts and styles to emphasize headings. Graph is yet another powerful feature of spreadsheet. The data stored in the spreadsheets can be converted into graph so as to study the relationship of various data. The spreadsheet program has the facility to draw various graphs viz, bar, pie, 2D and 3D. Spreadsheet allows the user to protect their workbooks by using a password from unauthorized access to their information. Summary. In this unit, we have explained the concept and fundamental of programming languages. We have also explained the different type of data types and looping statements available in VisualNet, VB.NET, and Java programming language. We also learned how to compile and run programs in above programming languages.
We were listening to the audiobook by the School of Management Studies IGNOU for MBA program, course code MMPC 008, Information Systems for Managers. Course Coordinator, Professor Anurag Saxena, School of Management Studies IGNOU. Voiceover by Renuka. Edited by Uday Sharma. Program assisted by Jagbandhu Jana. Program produced by Dr. Manoj Kumar Singh. This program was brought to you by Electronic Media Production Center of Indira Gandhi National Open University.